Kim, you talked about it in the media and stuff. The not putting them on the free throw line. I think they shot 37.
Jerry, I apologize. Start the question over, please. Thank you.
Kim, you talked about it in the pregame media and stuff about not putting them on the foul line. I think they shot 37 free throws, outscored you by 18 there. How big a difference, obviously, was that?
Oh, it was the difference in the ball game. You know, there are three things that style of offense wants to do. They want to shoot threes, get to the foul line, and score layups. And they did 2 out of the 3 against us very well tonight. Not disappointed, but not surprised when you have guards like they have that have been in college and have the experience. You know, they've got seniors, they got grad transfers, they know how to get their body into you. You can't go to a zone against, you know, those guys because they'll spot up and shoot threes on you. So learned a lot about our team, but I do know this, you know, I've got to coach a little bit better. Some of the ones need to pick it up in the big games. They don't need to be sitting over there by me.
All right, use the raise hand feature if you've got a question. All right, Chad, go ahead.
When Kim, when Queen had to come out of the game early, did that kind of interrupt y'all's offensive flow? And I guess did not having her out there kind of make y'all try to have to refigure out what you wanted to do, you know, to get in your best rhythm?
Without a doubt, it does. Getting in foul trouble and not, you know, I mean, guys, our offense goes through our post players, so we're scrambling at that point, and it never got any better the entire night. As you saw many times, I had Carrington playing some post. I had Dee Dee playing some post. Hannah Gusters is going to be fine. She's a freshman. I thought she did fine, but in a game of this magnitude, this early in the year, you go with the most experience that you have. But yes, absolutely, that's we got to do better.
Mandy, followed by Chip Souza. Mandy, you're on mute.
No, you're good. But when you guys had that inbound pass and Bickle ended up taking that shot, was that maybe a design play that was supposed to go to Carrington, or was it just kind of like feeling the options without kind of, you know, showing your cards?
Well, it was 2 shooters up there on a flare screen. You couldn't ask for a better look. And what they did is they switched, and when they switched, 2 of them ended up going to Carrington, which left Bickle wide open. Take that shot, draw that play up anytime. Again, those are 2 kids you'd want to shoot that.
All right, Chip, followed by Jerry Hill. Chip, you're on mute. Can you hear us? Jerry, go ahead. Chip will come back to you.
Dejanay, I guess just talk about the way that y'all were able to fight back. I mean, they got up by 10. You guys didn't go away. You know, what was the key in, you know, trying to get back in it and, you know, and having a chance to win there at the end?
I mean, we were never out of it. And that was just our mindset. We were making mistakes, fouling a lot, but we just kept telling ourselves, get a stop. We knew we could score. We just had to get stops. And so I think we just did a good job of sticking together and never getting down on one another, but just reminding ourselves that we're never out of this. We can score quick. We just got to defend.
Guys, turnovers too. You can't turn the ball over like that on the road, and criticals just reading your pass, just lazy passing, inexperienced passing. 24 assists to 22 turnovers. You're not going to beat many teams, even if they don't go to the foul line.
Dejanay, with all the turnovers, I mean, with all the fouls, how much did, and with Queen and foul trouble and some of the others, how much did you feel like you needed to step up to score, or was that just flow of the offense?
Well, I mean, I've needed to step up since I got here. And I think that today I just finally flip the switch in my head. But I still would like to be able to contribute like that on offense, even when Queen's in the game. We need her in the game, regardless of if I'm contributing or not. But I mean, definitely felt like I needed to step up. It's a big game. We needed experience, we needed offense, and we needed to just have someone to help us take control of that game.
All right, Chip, let's try again.
Coach, 22 turnovers tonight. What do you guys need to do to get that cleaned up? And also, did you feel like you guys maybe were maybe a step slow tonight?
Well, you wonder that step slow. Got to look at the film. Two of those kids, guys, we've played against. I don't know how many of our players have played against them currently, but through the Big 12, Ramirez was at TCU, Dungy was at OU. I never felt like that we didn't have the speed. Now, what I think a lot of it is just their ability to round the corner and draw fouls and get up in you. That's what great players do and good players, but especially players that have played a lot together. What was the first part of your question? The turnovers? I just think they were bad passes. There's those turnovers that are lazy. We had a lot of just lazy turnovers, throwing the ball back to the point guard to run an offense, and bam, they'd get in the passing lane and lay it up. Aggressiveness when you're on offense, confidence when you're on offense, and some of the turnovers they had, they were just more aggressive and more confident than we were.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Andrew Minor, followed by David Smoke.
Yeah, Coach, I was just wondering, with all the inexperience and kind of new faces and new lineups that you're going through, plus the foul trouble, how do you see this team throughout to this point of the season, kind of finding their identity and moving forward? As time goes on, it seems that's something that you guys are still searching for.
Well, 3 games in, yeah, I think you've answered your own question. We're 2-1. We lost 6 games prior to, COVID. We were supposed to play. I think that would have really helped us with finding our identity. Can't do anything about that. We got to go play. Now we got to go play the most important game this week, and that is West Virginia. May take some more losses along the way until we find that identity. But we got a lot of talent. We just have got to change roles and mindsets now, and we got to figure out how to become more experienced along the way, and it'll be a grind. It won't be easy. But I think time and playing more games will help us find that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Kim, the schedule you put together, obviously not nearly as many non-conference games this year, but you always have a game like this, not always, but you have one of these hickeys early. It seems like with Stanford or UCLA or possibly even the UConn. Is this obviously something you can use as a teaching moment? And this is kind of what your teams do.
Smoke, absolutely. Now I want you to just think about this game today. You've got 4 seniors out there, 3 are transfers, 1 a grad transfer. They played a lot of basketball. You put them at the line 39 times. You had 22 turnovers, and you only lost by 5 with a bunch of inexperienced players. So I'm not in there just going nuts and crazy. You got to understand the flow of a game. You got to understand the flow of the turnover and seniors leaving. You lose 40 points. You got to, it takes time. And I think some of the things that are a mystery to me is Queen Egbo's got to quit fouling. In a big game, she's got to be in the ball game for us. That's not anybody's fault but Queen. And I've told her that. The other things, turnovers, defensive, assignments and what we did today, we played hard. You only lost by 5. You had a chance to win the game. You had a chance to win the game. We just didn't do it. We didn't have enough poise and composure and experience to win today. But it wasn't a blowout. It wasn't anything like that. It was a game that I don't tell you fans enjoyed watching it, but I'm sure it kept everybody's attention because it was a close game.
All right, Michelle Vopel.
Yeah, Coach Mulkey, I just wonder if you could comment a little bit on Neighbors and what he's done at Arkansas and just the improvements he's made in the last few years for that program.
Well, you're asking me right after he beats me, so you know I'm gonna say everything positive. Listen, Mike's come home. He grew up here, I think, or in Arkansas, so he takes a lot of pride in wearing that Razorback shirt, and I know that he wants to turn the program around. And you know what happens a lot, and you're seeing it a lot. Sometimes you take over a program that had good talent, and I think he inherited some talent on this team, and he knows what to do with it. So kudos to him on doing offensively and defensively what they need to do. And then now the key is when that talent's gone, he's got to keep, bringing in talent. That's the hard part. But he's done a good job with kids that, other than Slocum, I'm not sure, I think Dungy was here. I don't know. But listen, I could say nothing but good things about, what he's done here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Chip and Mandy, your hands are still up. Smoke, your hands are still up. If you guys got a question, go ahead and we'll start with Mandy. If not, please put your hand down.
Hey, Coach. The fact that Dee, she got her feet set and drew some charges. I mean, and it seemed kind of rough. The fact that she was able just to get right back up and bounce right back. How exciting is that to see? For you guys to go really, play a really physical game and she's still 100% okay.
As you see, the value of Dee Richards to our basketball team, she's not playing like she is capable of playing, but nor do you expect that right now. But you can't take her off the floor because she just does so many things for us. She will quickly tell you she had too many turnovers tonight. But she also led us in assists. She also led us in minutes played. She shot okay from the field. Time will help that kid as well. She'll get back in the flow and be the Dee of old.
All right, Jerry, you want to close this out?
Yeah, Kim, you mentioned Gusters earlier. Is this just a deal? And in a game like this, where you've just got to develop trust in her? She didn't play a lot of minutes, even with the foul trouble in the other ones. She just didn't play a lot. Is that something where you've got to develop trust in her?
Well, absolutely. But who was she going to guard? So you want to have trust in her, but you also don't want to lose in her confidence either. So a lot of it depends on who you play. Listen, Queen fouls out, and you think Queen could go out there and guard. It's experience, it's trust, it's putting a kid in a position to be successful. And I thought the minute she played, she was very good. I think she had an offensive foul and maybe one other turnover. So I'm not down on her. She's a freshman, and she gave us 4 points. But in a game like this, you got to make decisions. And it usually starts on the defensive end of the floor.